Hey guys, welcome to Benji's World, and today I'll be talking about how I purchased my first rental property at 18 years old. And yes, I'll admit the title is a little bit of clickbait, mainly because yes, I used grandma's money. And we will get into that in a second, but it's not how you see them like, ooh, grandma, can I borrow $50,000 please? No, it's not, don't make fun of my accent, please. But anyways, that's not exactly how it went. So, I'll start the story from the beginning. I got very interested into real estate at around late 16-year-old, 17-year-old, somewhere around there. Well, anyways, so I started watching YouTube, trying to soak in all the information I could about just real estate in general and how to buy my first property, because that's the big step. You know, well, once you buy one property, it becomes way easier to get your second, third, fourth, etc., etc. But I dived into this YouTube channel called Bigger Pockets. Shout out to Bigger Pockets. They still make videos to this day. They're great. I suggest almost every single one of their videos. I mean, they teach you some really good stuff there, and that's how I got started mainly. So after I dived in and got all interested in Bigger Pockets, I saw all these success stories about how they had gotten, you know, so many rentals in a short amount of time. I dove into Zillow, which is, if you don't know, it's a house selling website where realtors can post house listings. You can post it yourself if you want, but you can just see a bunch of houses that are for sale in your area. I went to Zillow and I just started looking at all the prices of the houses in my town, which is Abilene, Texas. You can see terrible deals, good deals, and just, I mean, you can see crack houses, meth houses. I mean, there's everything on there. But I just kept researching, and finally I found one which is right near where I go to school currently. I'm currently a senior at McMurray. My wife and I are 20 and we're fixing to graduate this year. We're excited, but anyways. I saw this house and it's on Portland Street, which if you search Abilene, it's like right by McMurray. And it was listed for $52,000. So this house was listed for right over 50 grand. So I didn't have 50 grand. I mean, I had just turned 18 years old at this point. I didn't have the money at all. I had to find a way to buy this house, which if you don't know, for investment real estate, you need at least 20% down to buy the investment property, or most banks will require you to put 20% down, which in this case would have been 10 grand. So I had saved up a couple $1,000s for doing lots of small stuff like selling candy at high school and stuff like that, but it wasn't anywhere near 10 grand. I wasn't there yet. Naturally, I went to my parents, all big and bold, you know, just turned 18, wanting to buy this house, and you know, everything was going good. No, it didn't. They totally said no. There was no way. I mean, and who can blame them? Who's going to just, you know, give their 18-year-old son who's not even out of high school yet the money to buy a $50,000 house? And no one's going to do it, and I don't blame them. You know, it was being just a pouty, spoiled kid. I wasn't mad at them, but I was just disappointed. But anyway, so I kept researching the house. It stayed on the market for a while, and so finally I just reached out to the realtor that listed it, which just happened to be a friend of a friend of a friend. Don't ask me how I know, it just all fell together. But I just started talking to her about the house, and she had told me that it was a real motivated seller. And the house is only about 750 square feet. So, I mean, honestly, looking back at it now, 50 grand is, I mean, it's an okay deal, not a good deal. I mean, it wasn't in the greatest shape, but it wasn't in the worst shape. I'll dive into that in a second. But I just was trying to fill out the situation, and it came to find out, I mean, there wasn't much budge on the asking price. When you're in these types of moments, you have to find a way. And my way, yes, I'll say it in the title, I'm not going to claim. I went to my grandma. I reached out to her, and I found out that she had a lot of money in her savings account, which just acquired over time. And I got into discussion, and it was paying her 1% interest a year, which is terrible. You're losing money when you count inflation. This will be another video, but don't don't make 1% on your money a year. You're just throwing away money. But anyways, I found out we could buy the house in cash. And I had a good relationship with my grandmother, so she trusted me, thank God. Which she may be a little crazy, I don't know, but she trusted me. So I reached out, we made a full cash offer. I saved a couple $1,000s off the asking price because of it. Sellers love cash. And so I acquired my first property. I was right at 18 years old. I was just a couple months over 18. And that was my first house. There was lots of problems with it, not like huge problems. I needed to jack up the foundation, but that was all stuff I could do myself. Painted it, which a 750 square foot house does not take a lot of painting. But really, I just got ready to rent. And once it rented, I rented it out for $800 a month, paying my grandmother 5% interest. So she was making 5 times the amount she was before in interest on her money, which is great for her, and it was great for me. It was just a win-win. So it's not like I just said, yes, Grandma, give me $50,000. No, that's not what happened. Well, I mean, it was only about a year and a half ago when I got into this journey. I'm currently at 8 units, and that will be a lot of information in other videos on how I scaled. And it all started with this first house. My next video, I'll try to link it, and I'll explain how this one property led to me acquiring all these other properties with no other money embezzled from my family members at all. I know I will be the first one to claim I'm very lucky that I had a grandmother with a decent amount of money just sitting there. That doesn't mean you can't do it without it. It would have just taken more time, and my strategy would have been a little bit different. That's really how I acquired my first rental property at 18 years old. And now, since I told you my story, I should have told you this at the beginning, but if you liked my story, I know I'm not good. I'll get better. I will. But smash that like button. Smash it, destroy it, obliterate it. Come on, treat it like it's your never mind, I'm not gonna go there. But destroy the like button, subscribe. I'll have lots more videos. I'll be getting more professional, but not too professional, because I don't really want to be too professional. I want to act like we're just friends talking at my dinner table. If you have any questions about this story, I'm an open book. This is a new YouTube channel. I'll be answering any comments below. I mean, how many am I gonna get, right? I mean, it's a new channel. I'll be lucky if 10 of y'all see this. However, that is the story of how I got my first rental property at 18 years old. Thank y'all. Welcome to Benji's world.